What's up, everybody? It's the Hardy Construction. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, but mostly on YouTube. Give us a like and share us if you can with your host Komp and
Quantum Leap.
Today's film is
Blood Quantum, 2019.
Blood Quantum, 2019. The dead are coming back to life outside the isolated Micmac reserve of Red Crow. Holy mackerel! That was I was not expecting that word because I didn't see the. All right, except for its indigenous inhabitants, who are strangely immune to the zombie plague. Directed and written by Jeff Barnaby, starring Michael Greyeyes, these names, Elle-Máijá Tailfeathers, Forrest Goodluck, and a whole bunch of other people. Whew. Sorry, when I said these names, people probably think that's very racist, and I don't mean it that way.
Jeff Barnaby. I don't know that name.
Why did you pick Blood Quantum?
Because I just was reading about movies that were recommended, and this one came up on a list. And
did you see it on Shudder?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have Shudder anymore. I should get it, I guess.
Ooh, wow, that's interesting because this movie's only on Shudder. Anyway, so why?
I paid for a subscription when I watched this movie.
You bought the DVD 10,000 times. So you picked it because you saw it on a list of good films, right? And
yeah.
What else did it prove that correct or what?
I thought it was pretty good, actually. It was more like social commentary about like imperialism or colonialism or whatever, I guess. But it was definitely like a decent movie to me.
I didn't know anything about this film. I think I'd seen the poster like a while before, and I just forgot about it because I thought it was some sort of like cheap Mad Max thing because the poster is like the guy with the skeleton mask.
Yeah,
and he only wears like twice in the movie, and for the movie
it's
a
prick.
Yeah. So I saw actually. So here's the thing. Very impressive first 20 minutes or so for this film.
Yeah.
In a sense that, like, when I was watching it, I was like, it was the first time I had perked up because I was looking at the names. Mm-hmm. I was like, Michael Greyeyes, and I was like, oh, these are like Native American names because they have like really cool names. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. And then the cinematography of it, you know how it has that sort of slanted, floating camera.
Oh yeah, when it's like doing all the like landscape shots, like on
right.
angles.
And I was like, wow,
this
is cool. And then I was like, watching, I was like, oh, this is an interesting character. It has nice, the way it's shot, and the characters are interesting looking, the way they act and all that stuff. And then like it just became like a zombie movie, and I was like, oh, it's a zombie movie.
It kind of gets into social commentary, though. I mean, all zombie movies
does,
do.
And that's the thing. Within the first 20, set up how the first half an hour of this film goes.
The grandpa finds, he's gutting some fish, and then they're all coming back to life and shit.
That was in 1981, right?
Yeah, 1981.
Okay, and then
I don't know what the significance of 1981 was.
Yeah, because, I mean, unless this whole film took place in 1981, because it doesn't change
Maybe because this is a Canadian indigenous issue, so maybe 1981 was like a important year for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't all take place in 1981, does it? Because it doesn't say so many years later, does it?
No, it's all. I think it's all in the 80s.
Is it all in 1981? It can't be.
I don't know.
Is it? I guess it could be.
I mean, the first scene is like the grandpa with the fish, and that they're zombie fish.
Oh yeah, right. I didn't even think it was the same guy, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's.
Oh, it is the same guy, right? Yes. Okay, now that makes sense.
It's the dad, the sheriff guy.
Yes. Okay, now because I thought it was just something that happened in the past, and then it just started happening again. Okay, all right. Completely lost on me. I thought it was because I live in the current era supposedly. So I was like 1981. Then I thought
I wasn't even born in 1981.
So when it went to the opening credits, I was like, oh, okay. So I thought it was just like in the past, and then this is, because I guess it all takes place in 1981. So
I guess
some sort of weird alternative history, unless I'm
the wiki for this
thing
sucks. It's like one paragraph, and that's it.
Well, I mean, that's about the amount of storyline that it has in the film. So the grandpa finds he's fishing, and then they turn alive after he guts him, which I think is a pretty effective opening for the film. I thought it was going to be more of a
it was really
thing.
Cool. And it reminded me, there's like, I've seen this ad a few times for these like robot fish things that jump around for cats. It's like a cat toy. And it reminded me of that.
I saw this really interesting cybernetic fish. It's called a Billy Bass. And then you press a button and he starts singing on your wall. It's interesting. It's fascinating.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
So it has Michael Greyeyes. He's playing Trailer, who is a sheriff. He's a sheriff, I believe.
Yeah.
Of this small town, Red Crow. Red Crow's
definitely like a I can't think of the word, but indigenous
native
land.
lands sort of things.
Well, it's their land, like a
Yes.
reserve.
What, one of his neighbor's dogs like is sick or something? Because I guess did the dog eat a fish or something like that? He just thought that the dog looked sick.
I think the dog ate poison that he left out or something stupid. I don't know.
Okay, so I guess that's the dog of his ex-wife, who was played by Elle-Máijá Tail Feathers, playing Joss. And anyway, so he puts the dog, and I swear I thought I had seen her before, but she's only been in like 5 other movies. She's I guess a fairly new actor. And he puts the dog in his trunk, and then he goes to his dad's house because he heard his son and both his sons were arrested. That took me a while to understand what the hell was going on.
I like that he pooped on the car.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And he goes to his father's house, which is like out where he was picking the fish up, and this is where it's revealed that the fish were alive. Then suddenly the dog is back alive, and this is showing some sort of zombie characteristics.
I've never seen the storyline of being immune to a zombie before.
I know, yeah, that's what made me super fascinated with this, which what makes me ultimately felt let down about the film, is that I had never seen a film, like I'm sure there are characters in films that are immune, but not as a starting point of the film. It's usually a secret reveal.
Well, it's like the whole indigenous tribe is immune.
Right, which is interesting, which I thought was really cool, because I thought it was
you think Elizabeth Warren would be immune?
Only 1% of her. But I was so, like, I was like, oh, that's cool that, the main characters are, they're immune to this, but obviously they're not, like, totally immune. They can get killed by the zombies and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if it, like, rips their throat out, like,
right. So I was like, oh, that's such a great thing. And then it's also, like, it's these people that are native to their lands, and they're not infected, so this is, maybe this is, like, Mother Earth doing something to it. You know what I mean?
That's what the grandpa said.
Right, or maybe it's, some sort of, because, how they always have that thing about the Wendigo and all that stuff about, the man who was a cannibal that ate people and he turned into this mythical creature with,
that's the demon in Pet Sematary, I believe.
Right, so, there's a whole bunch of, I don't know much about Native American folklore, and it's always interesting, like, how in the 80s, they would always break out a Native American character, and he'd be like the wise man. Like there was like some sort of fetishism for Native Americans. Like,
they always like some magical guy.
They were like the Superman. Yeah, they were like the Superman of the film. I was impressed that they didn't have somebody put war paint on in the movie. Do you know what I mean? Because that's like every sort of like trope when they bring out a Native American character.
An actual
right, exactly.
Movie.
It isn't like,
it's not like a white person
guy
making a movie.
Like a white guy. Then he comes out with war paint on, and he starts hooping and hollering.
It's like, honestly, shit. I think this is the only movie I've ever seen not making fun of them or making them like some kind of weird.
I saw a Native American film. Oh man, what is the name of it? It was this Native American film. It was actually really good, but I can't think of the name of it. Oh, Smoke Signals. It's like a drama. And it's about this guy who comes to terms with his father, who didn't have a relationship. Ironically, that's also in this film. I don't know if that's a big thing that happens in Native American households. But it's surprisingly, the two Native American films I've seen have like shithead dads, I guess. And that one was
that bad.
That one was really good. Oh, but it's he started over, I guess. You know what I mean? So he fucked up twice with his kids. But anyway, so this guy Michael, the actor Michael, is it Michael Gray? He's sort of a one-note kind of character, and that I was interested in thinking they were going to turn him into some sort of Ash, something like that. You know what I mean? Some sort of like because he has a cool look to him. Because he has the two the two tails. Is it twin tails they call them?
I really expected that, like, I was not expecting the immunity thing, so when he got bit, I'm like, if he's alive, he definitely only has, like, one arm or something now.
Right, that's what shocked me, because, like, once the son got bit, I was like, oh, that's it for him, it's going to be a whole movie about him and his son and all that shit. And then he got bit, and I was like, uh-oh. Then I was like, and then it came to me, and I was like, what if, it would be interesting if they were immune, like, and everybody else was sick, and then that's exactly what happened. I was like, oh, okay, good. So that was like really refreshing.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, because this is like they start actually killing these zombie people, and it's pretty graphic. Then it cuts to 6 months later, and it turns into some sort of post-apocalyptic. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's one of these type of movies. Like,
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I agree. It definitely like slowed down a little, but like overall, I think it was still pretty good. I don't know.
It was interesting. Here's the thing: if you watch the Walking Dead for as long as I had, I stopped.
We watched it the same amount of time.
I know I stopped it half a season ago. I think I kept going on after you did.
You went a little bit longer.
And I know someone who's actually still watching it, and I'm like, okay, good luck to you. And I was just like, I read when Rick left. That's when I finished watching the show.
Well, you just spoiled that for me.
That was like news everywhere. And so like I just read the comic book. The comic book finished. Like I read through the whole comic book, and
it's officially done.
Yeah, the comic's done. Like there's no like
okay, because I'm
from there.
a little behind. I'm like up to the Whisperers.
That ending to the comic book is excellent, and to me that's how I ended the show. Like I read that and I was like, that's the end of the show for me. Like that's good. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
First of all, it's Robert Kirkman. He's not fucking around. Even though they recycling the same shit.
Anyway, back to this. He wanted it to go on forever.
But he probably was dealing with the show and said, oh, man. Because he'd probably was making more money doing the show than he is with the comic. And how many times can you have people take over a residence and then people fight inside of it? Every zombie movie
at least 20
has the same fucking ending. Every one of them has people... they're keeping zombies away, and then at the last 20 minutes, the zombies break in and they have to get out. That's every zombie movie I've ever seen. Have you seen
but how does it get to that point? That's the interesting
I know, but they're all the same fucking thing. Like, I understand. You can make them innovative. You can make them like Pontypool. Same shit. It's all the same shit, Danny. It's all the same.
They are not the same shit. But this is like a whole like political commentary. I thought it was good.
Right, I get it. But it to me, it wasn't. It was just like, okay, they made a note about how... they could have done more with that. Like, I would have been more interested if they went full in on that, you know? Because it was like the white people just sort of came background characters, and then we were dealing this sort of personal conflicts, which is fine. Cause I understand you want to make... If you're going to make your main characters of your same ethnicity or same, you know, whatever religious background, you don't have to necessarily always make it about... oh, we're fighting white people, you know, because maybe you just want to make a film about your own people. That's it. You don't have to. That's why I understand why he did that, because he doesn't necessarily have to cram every other ethnicity into the film. He can solely make a film using his people in it. You know what I mean?
It's literally the only person doing it, as far as I know. Right?
Yeah. You
know, so I'm sure there's other. Like, I mean, I don't claim to know everything at all about film, but like, as far as I know, there's
What's funny, because I was thinking about it today, I was just like thinking about how, you know how there's actual like change going on so they don't offend people, so they're changing Aunt Jemima and Mrs. Butterworth, and like these same people are gonna go like when everything's back to normal, they're gonna go see the fucking Redskins game with Chief Wahoo.
No, they want to change that too.
Let's see. I want to see that happen, because they won't give a
shit.
People
like
Native
have been
Americans,
complaining about the name
respect.
of that sports team for ages.
Oh yeah, I know they have, but now let's see if they'll do it, because it doesn't seem like they still get any respect for doing that, because they should change. It's obviously like an offensive name for people. I remember one of the funniest things I'd seen on
that'd be like if there was like a Jewish baseball team called the Dirty Jews or something. Like, I can't go further with it, but
one of my favorite YouTube videos that I saw was this. There was this Native American guy walking down, and there was like these protesters.
I'm Jewish.
Yes, there were these white protesters, and they were like, I guess they were talking about Latino workers. They were like, "Get out of our land, go back to your land." And the Native American guy starts yelling at them, and they didn't know what to say back. It was fucking hilarious. He's with his kid in a stroller. And he goes, you're trying to make, you're trying to tell these people to go home, and the white people have no idea what to say, because they have they have nothing to say. But it was surprising, because you would think nowadays, I'm sure they.
I not to take this in a different direction, but like, there's a lot of really stupid racist people lately, like getting doxxed on the internet for saying shit, and then getting like caught on camera, and Twitter will investigate, and everybody will find out where they work and ruin their lives. It's amazing. Like I've had like,
but I mean, it's unbelievable that because
one lady do it on camera, knowing what's happening.
I know that's the thing I don't understand, because I think you learn after a while not to say stupid shit where people can say.
Yeah, I know. It's like even if you think it, like the fact that they see the camera. And they're doing
that shows you how much like they think that they're protected from things, because nowadays like the internet.
And then they always have the same result. I read one today. Oh my god! I'm just like I'm just the quote. Really quick. I'll just tell you. This woman told a bunch of people that she's gonna teach her grandkids to hate them and all this kind of shit. And she was like dancing with a Confederate flag. And now after she's been fired from her job and all this shit, she apologized, and she said, what did she say? I was chanting Black Lives Matter, and that's
said
not
she
even
blacked
on
out.
video. It's like I blacked out. I don't even
Yeah.
remember. She's pretending she doesn't remember.
Didn't
did.
she change her Twitter logo to like Black Lives Matter now or something like that?
I don't know, but who
She's
who
so
could
full
believe?
of fucking shit.
Does anyone in the world believe that woman? Come on.
These people are insane. They're insane. Like I don't understand.
But
like,
I gotta say that, what's that word? Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude, yeah, Schadenfreude.
I have had it. Oh, it's like I've got like an endless boner when I read these types of stories. I love it.
What do you get out of it? You know what is the point? Like, well, I forgot some actress right now. Like, she quit. She's Jewish, and she quit voice acting for a cartoon character who's half black, half Jewish. And she said like black people should play black characters in this show, which is fine, whatever. And then the racist shitheads are getting upset.
Like, what are they upset about?
I don't know.
Cares?
It has nothing to do with them. It's like they're gonna hear a black voice and go, "Oh my god!" Like they're gonna like,
who cares?
Gives a fuck?
Like why does it?
Because I try not to surround myself with this shit. Because
Anyway, I kind of sympathize with the bad guy in this movie in a way. Like, I mean, he definitely handles it in the most asshole way possible, but he kind of has a point.
But the thing is, to me, there was no fucking, like, no motivation for him to be the way he was.
Well, he just took it a million times too far, but, basically his idea was he doesn't want these, like, white people endangering all of them.
Right.
Which
so
is like a little
that...
sub-statement about colonialism or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's the one that actually endangered everyone, so...
Yeah, so I don't know, I guess that's what they're saying, like, I don't understand what the message
He basically, like,
is.
shot himself in the foot.
I mean, he's the way his character is pointed out to be, I guess, is because his father was not there in his life, so he had no aim or direction in his life, so he ended up being a fuck-up, and his nickname is Lysol, and his... half-brother.
Did they explain the name, like how he got that?
I believe they did, but I was like falling asleep watching it. But his half-brother, I think it's Joseph, right? He's always trying to be there for him because obviously Lysol has no family besides him, and you know, Lysol, you know, I guess is upset that Joseph sorta has the life, but he doesn't because Trailer left Joss as well, and Joss is the mother of Joseph. It's like,
yeah,
he didn't have to do that to his fucking half brother. Like his half brother is the only one.
No, he's a super dick.
So to me, that it made absolutely no sense in the film. Like I couldn't, but then again, I couldn't understand if you get your dick bitten off, I'd go insane too. So, I mean, like that one random girl who's brought into the film who bites his penis off, which I thought was an interesting plot change. I thought like the movie would shift and then it turned.
Is that the one that he ate out and got the blood or whatever?
Yeah, that was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, I know.
I'd seen that joke.
That was funny.
I actually saw that joke in The Boys, the comic book. You know The Boys, the TV show?
I still haven't seen it. I've heard it's good.
Really? Oh, you gotta watch that show. But anyway, that's like a period joke, and then it's like he got arrested so it's also racism and shit like that. They treat him like shit. I don't know. We spoke a lot about racism in this film. That's the thing.
It's like the whole movie's about.
Yeah, it is. But
I didn't mean to choose it based on that, really. But I guess it works with what's happening.
There's not real racism in the film. I mean, like,
but it's talking about colonialism, which is the ultimate racism.
Yeah, and that's like a thread that lingers throughout the whole film, but it's not as in your face until Lysol is like trying to kick all the white people out of the place, and then there's Samurai Grandfather who was like, I'd rather watch the film with that guy. Like that guy was
that guy's
awesome.
Great.
And I guess he survived at the end because it didn't make any sense because they were like these cartoon.
They should have gone back to him. I don't understand why they left.
I would rather that film. There was like, but then again, who knows if that's fetishism? You know what I mean? Like Native American fetishism, like this unkillable guy who's like slicing the shit out of everybody. But the film, like, I guess he's supposed to represent like a spirit that, like, you know, an indomitable spirit that you can't beat him because he said he wouldn't leave this land again. So, which I thought was pretty awesome. Which is why I wish we should have just stuck with the grandfather and the guy. That would have been fine. I would have rather seen that.
He's only acted in one movie.
And he's got a fucking badass name, Stonehorse Lone Goman. Come on,
yeah,
what
that
kind of
is
name
pretty
is that?
cool.
That's the baddest name. It's the badass name. And I was interested in that character because, like, you know, just when they were going around sweeping that store and they were just killing everybody, like, that was dope. Like, I didn't give a shit about Charlie. I didn't give a shit about Joseph. I didn't give a shit about Lysol. I know you got to in a zombie.
I don't know. I kind of liked everybody.
In a zombie film, you got to have a human villain to, give an actual threat. I mean, the zombies are always a threat, but they're always usually turned around as background characters. But it's always usually a human villain that fucks it up for everybody. They always do something and which he does it in effect. Two guys effectively destroy a whole encampment. 3 people, I guess. And
I liked when the sword went into that guy's head.
Yeah, it was the worst CGI, but it was still interesting. I like that because that guy was like nice. That guy was like a drunk. I think aesthetically, it's a nice looking film, but I think it just didn't know where to go. They just knew that they had to have a big zombie fight at the end, but it didn't even really. I mean, I don't know. I just, to me, it was all the same fucking shit. Yeah, I think all in all, like I think the actors are fairly. They range from decent to good.
Yeah, there's no like bad actors here.
Yeah, some of them are stiff. Like the main guy is stiff, I think. He's pretty stiff. The grandfather's good.
That's what she said.
The son is actually very good. Joseph.
Which one? Lysol or the Joseph?
No, they're actually both good. Those 2 actors are actually pretty good. Joseph and Lysol. They're very good. There's Charlie. There's like that also. There's also racism dealt with the girlfriend who's white, and she's afraid if the baby's gonna be normal or not. That's good actor, but I didn't give a shit, honestly.
So wait, is that like a thing that like if you have a baby, it will be born as a zombie in this universe?
That's what I understand because I guess every zombie movie does that. Like since I saw it most prominently in Dawn of the Dead.
Not always. It's if the mom gets bit. Yeah. But
right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But I think that there's really good aesthetics to it. I don't think it's. I think if you really enjoy zombie movies, you'll like it. If you're like sick of zombie movies, you'll just be like, "Oh, this is another one."
I think zombie movies are like always good to go for me.
Okay. Why?
I mean, like, yeah, it gets a little old after a while, but like, I don't know. It's like a go-to for me. I always have liked them.
You've always had fun with them. Okay.
Yeah, like I grew up on Romero and shit.
Birdemic 2 had zombies in it. Did you like it?
That movie is so bad.
It's a passable film just for the very intelligent sort of twist to it about having main characters that can't get sick from it, which I think is a great fucking send off. But I don't think they do anything with it that makes it worth, not worth watching, but just like it just turns into a standard zombie film after that when you could really tackle a lot of shit. And I understand the movie is more allegorical with how its treatments of other characters, even though they blatantly say out what the issue is in the film.
Yeah,
what rating would you give this film?
I give this like a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. You're named after a disinfectant, and you stab the only person who loves you in the side with a knife.
I give this a 6 out of 10. It's a fascinating movie. 6 out of 10. I'm falling asleep just thinking about the movie. Oh boy, 6 out of 10.
Harsh.
Being drunk, getting attacked by your girlfriend who's eating your child, and then getting upset at the man who crushed her head open. And with that, Danny, what's the final word?
Whoa.
The horror deconstruction.